Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, or good night, depending on what time zone you're in or what time you watch this video. Today we are back with Dimash, and this is the story of One Sky, which might be the most requested one that I've seen so far of his. So I'm excited. I hope that you are too. Love you all. Let's jump right in, shall we? Let's go. Oh, you can hear the heartbeat. Come on. Nice. I love how all the sound returned. It wasn't as muted when he woke up. I guess he's kind of the center of this story, in a way.
Believe what's happening at all. My pulse crazy, weary, born to fall.
Wow, that's a beautiful one.
The reason we're causing all that pain, to the secret one that give us life.
Wow.
Billions of hearts, billions of cells and souls and dreams.
You can feel his pain.
Billions of lives shouldn't ever turn to senseless horror, so disengaged.
As a ruler, my task is to keep order and protect my country. But I don't deprive
Oh, you're
you
kidding
of
me,
your
bro.
freedom. The world is open for me, and I want to give it to you.
Bro, you're not telling me that that kid grew up to be the warmonger. Like, wow. Okay, well, a couple things. One is I really like the line of the Piper's crazy, because it's like, think about what the story, the Pied Piper story is about. It's a person leading, right? It's first leading mice, then leading children, but it's like leading the future. And to say that that person in charge is going nuts is so damn true, because it is really oftentimes the people in power who want the wars. And they're not even the ones who end up suffering for the wars, and that's the worst damn part about it. You know what I mean? Like, if it was happening to their families, I'm sure they'd want it to end, but that doesn't have to happen. In a lot of cases, not all cases. But I really like that when Dimash is singing, his voice starts off so soft and gentle and almost broken and frail, and then we kind of start to build up, almost like hope coming alive. And then once we get to the, I want to say like the army leader, like the dictator, look kind of sounded like here. What's interesting is Dimash's voice almost gets drowned out by the dictator's voice, and thinking about what that means is like that's what also happens. It's like the voices of peace tend to be drowned out by the voices of war, which is what leads to this carnage that we see happening even now all around us in the world. And that's such a brilliant way to do that. Like, and I'm gonna be so, I can't believe if Dimash is now fighting for the other side, so help me. I'm going to be so angry that these two ended up diverging. But that's what happens, is friends become foes through stupid and nonsensical war.
As a ruler, my task is to keep order and protect my country. But I don't deprive you of your freedom. The world is open for me, and I want to give it to you.
Is this Dimash? Wow. Wow, the final turn to the right. I like that.
United, we will enter every city, every house. We will lead everyone who is ready to start a new life. Anyone who resists will not find a place next to us.
Bro, oh my god, the vocals obviously are amazing, but it sounds almost haunted there, and it makes so much sense because the person fighting this is saying we're choosing life while people are fighting to death is such a great juxtaposition and really shows just how mental, like how insane war can be. You know what I mean? Like it can literally change who you are. Even if you're choosing life, it can lead you to death. God damn. I am not going to enjoy this guy's position. But wow.
War is the way to unite people.
That's like a Heil right there. Wow, what a beautiful. And the lyrics. Oh my god. Is that his daughter? Bro, hang on. I'm so sorry. I think I paused it like an epic moment, but I love that line is learn to share the love, not the shares, because a lot of war ends up being over money, over some sort of economical benefit to one country or the other. Like think about oil, think about just power in and of itself. And he's saying learn to share love, not shares, which is amazing. And then past the point of imagine, I think it was. And when you think about the song Imagine, it's like imagine all the people. And that's a song about peace. And it's like we're passing that point. That point is crumbling away as we continue down this road. And so we have to take that turn to the right. And the right is light, choosing life. And that's such a brilliant whole kind of juxtaposition, or not juxtaposition, but like a whole conglomerate of ideas. And I really, really like that he mentioned at the start too, that he talks about like, we're destroying the beautiful womb, and if you think about the earth as a womb, it's an incubator for life, just like a womb, and we're destroying it. And that's a really great way to kind of parallel, like we're destroying Mother Earth in that sense. Oh my god. Oh my god. This is Oh no. If they die, oh, they're totally gonna die. Don't do it, bro. If he finds his daughter, I like, oh, I something I really think is beautiful is the way that Dimash is singing this is so, it's vulnerable but hopeful, and you can feel that in the words, but it's also a pain that's infused into the way that he's singing it. And when we saw right there, right, he every time we get, almost every time we hear Piper, it ends up being that dictator, and I'm guessing that's his friend. It must be because he had the thing and the necklace and the emblem is that necklace, which is amazing that somehow that turned into a domino for this kind of war. But every time we're mentioned of the Piper, it's that guy in the focus because he's literally just stringing people along. He's telling people what to do, but notice how he's never in the damn war, right? He's not the one actually there on the war front. It's everyone else who suffers and is at risk, including the people who are innocent, whose lives were just lost for no good damn reason. And it's just, this is the tragedy of war. It's often not the people who are part of it that get to make the choice to have it begin. And that's what we're seeing come to life here. And here Dimash is like fighting for that to stop. Oh, I am not. This is okay. All right. Wow. Oh, the trilling. Oh, this guy. No, I don't think he'll do it. Oh my god, he did it. He ended it. And we're back at the start. Jeez. Now it's time to follow the light. Ain't that the damn truth? Man, that was intense to say the least. I really enjoy that for a lot of that portion. Like once he finds his daughter, a lot of it is not lyrics. It's just vocalizations. It's trilling. It's this emotional vocality that we feel, and like that's perfect because this whole like the whole thing was about how if we come together we can overcome basically anything, and part of that is understanding each other, and something that's been mentioned to me, you guys have told me that Dimash speaks about music as being the most universal language, and that's what it is. There it's him using the universal language of music and his love of music to make you feel what he's feeling, the tragedy. That's this like primal low trilling that almost sounds like ancient, and that draws you right back to how far back war goes, right? And you feel that, and he that's part of what he's thinking of. How long has this been going on? How far back, how when do we learn our lesson? As he finds his daughter, and then it evolves and grows slowly as he finally meets his friend again, and is able to end kind of the cycle of that. But when you think about that, even there, him killing his friend is an act of war in a sense. While he may have cut off the head of the snake, does it end? And it doesn't necessarily, because he gets thrown back into the water where he started, except this time there's no one there to save him. And so he literally feels like he's drowning in the emotions and the weight of war. And that's where we started off. And that's such a brilliant way to think about how the cycle repeats itself, how the cycle goes back and forth on itself. And I love that at the ending here, he's kind of decides to lead and take people to the light. And when you look at the people that are following him, it's peoples of all walks of life, culture, religion, race, everywhere. And it's that sentiment, that unity, that coming together that will lead us to that brighter future, to what he said was the light, but it's to the future where people don't die for reasons that don't make any sense. And it comes back to the piper. Whoever is leading needs to have the wherewithal to be like, we need to stop this crap, because it's not it's tragic, it's terrible. People die, innocents, millions die for war. And for what purpose, right? And that's what this whole thing is about. It's about that feeling of tragic loss that feels preventable and yet for some reason seems to be overlooked. And you get that sensation all throughout the song. And it's that same feeling that made him create this music. And I really, really love that he even parallels like religious histories into this, because it's like, since you can go back to anywhere, anything can cause that kind of war, including like religion, including culture, including race. And he parallels all of that into one beautiful art piece, because calling this just a video is not justice. And in the end, because he ended up being part of that, he still feels the weight of all that on his shoulders as he's drowning. And whereas if we can all move towards a better future, there's actual hope, there's actual light in the distance, as opposed to the darkness. And even if you look at the way that these scenes are colored, everything is kind of like devoid of color, except for when we see them walking on this like pilgrimage of unity. Everything else has this dark blue tint on it, because that's the feeling that war leaves you with. And I love that, even I didn't even think about it when he died, but like, this person died, there was people of all walks of life burying him together, honoring this individual, and that's the unity that we need. This was something amazing. I am so like just in awe. I hope that you enjoyed, and honestly, like, this is it. Treat people with respect and love, and the world would be so much better. The world would be a better place. And if everyone could just do that, it would be a lot easier, I think. Especially in the times that we live in, where we see a lot of divisiveness. It's more important now than ever to come together and unite for a common cause, and that cause is love, and that causes togetherness. And even if you've, like, the thing about this whole thing that when we think about wars, is like, the things that have happened in the past, on as much pain as they have caused, if we don't learn to let them go, we're doomed to suffer them again. And that's what we see all around the world so very often. And so just, I hope that we can all go forward from this and be better people to each other. Just love each other. You know what I mean? Okay. Well, I hope that your week is better than your day, your month is better than your week, and your year is better than your month. Love you all, and I will see you on the next one.